Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe, and I wanted to talk about a video game that I just stopped playing called The Chant. You may have heard of this game. It was sort of floating around in the horror circles. Um, I wanted to buy it physically because it looked interesting, but it hasn't really dropped below $20 or $30, and I wasn't going to invest that in a game I was unsure of. So I went against my instinct. Excuse me. And it was on sale for $5 digitally. I had a $3 credit, so I spent $2 on it. I stopped playing the game because I'm not really enjoying it. So the story is, you're this young girl, probably in her 20s, I think, maybe early 30s at most, and you had a traumatic past experience, and you go with this long time friend who's there already to this island for some like retreat. You get wrapped up in this cult activity, and the cult ends up resurrecting these like plant monsters and like humans with skulls sitting over their faces. Um, Throughout the game, you are trying to find items to open different doors or proceed to the next area, and then you're crafting different forms of like oils and sage and salt to fight the monsters with. It's a little weird. You have to like hold one button and then like craft with the joystick, and then each sage and item you hit the monsters with, each monster has a different weakness. So like a red monster is weak to fire sage, and then like yellow ones are weak to certain other ones or whatever. So you want to try and use different ones for each monster and make sure you pick enough crafting items up to make those weapons. Um, as it obviously sounds like it's going to go, you get to the island, you start realizing things are very cult-like, and then this crazy shit kicks off, and everyone has these past traumatic experiences with people dying, losing a loved one, not saving someone who they could have helped, whatever it is, and you're going around the island like kind of getting to know them, and then things get crazy. Um, the game is very mundane. You are doing a lot of these sort of simplistic puzzles, finding keys, finding these metal interlinking things, putting them together, and then making a symbol, and then using the symbol to open a door. And I found the game kind of dull, to be honest. I also found the fighting to be very dull. It has this sort of like, not Dark Souls, but it has this, and it's not hard like that. You hit, and then you have to know when to dodge because the monsters have like a tell, and then you come back and hit them again, and it's just very boring. I got halfway through the game. I got almost to the end of chapter 3, and then I realized I ran out of healing items, and I was fighting these bad guys in this small area, and every time I went to the area I had like a quarter health. Couldn't give myself any more health, and they would just kill me over and over and over, and that's where I had to go to proceed. And I just said, I'm really not having fun with this. So sadly, I did stop playing it. It doesn't mean I won't go back to it in the future if I can possibly find a health item or figure something out, but it wasn't fun enough to warrant the annoyingness and the sort of mediocre blandness of the game. I didn't find any of the characters really interesting. Everyone was either negative or hippy dippy and weird. The main character didn't do much for me. The graphics are decent. There's sometimes where you're like, oh, that's a kind of cool attention to detail. But overall, I found the game very meandering and dull. So, am I mad I paid $2 for it? No. I don't normally buy digital games. I'm purely a physical media guy, but this is one of those instances I'm glad I didn't spend 25 or 30. So let me know, guys, if you played The Chant, what you thought of it. I really thought it missed the mark. Thanks, guys, for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.